Welcome to the Hudson Valley Disc Golf Podcast. This week's episode is sponsored by the second place winner in the FA 65 Women's Amateur 65 Plus Division at the 2026 PDGA United States Women's Disc Golf Championships, Marcia Vogt. Did you guys hear about this? She went all the way to Salt Lake City, Utah.
Big congratulations. Awesome achievement.
This week we've got Corey, Alex, Randy, and Jaimen. I believe Evan and potentially Pat Jeffries will be on after Dubs. We've also got a special guest this week. July is typically a down month in the local disc golf podcasting world, so we needed to get some asses in the seats. And what better way to do that than with a local legend, a man skilled enough at match play to defeat me, a man running the DisCap Monthly at a course he built on his property this Saturday, July 25th. Thanks for coming back, Greg.
Thanks for having me, Pat. Pleasure to be here.
How many years has the July Monthly been at Porcupine Springs?
I believe this is my 12th July hosting the event. Having it at my place, we always do a flex start, meaning bring your group when the time is convenient for you and hang out, bring food, chill out. It's really nice. It's always cooler up at Porcupine Springs because we're up at 1,400 feet. So, looking forward to hosting another one.
Do you have to bring like extra oxygen or something?
It depends if you walk up the big hill when you start. Don't do that. Drive all the way up to the top, then make some poor person drive back down. Now, there is some elevation gain to be had, but the short course is much more forgiving on the legs.
That's the one I played last year. That was a really fun course. I can't say for sure if I'll definitely make it. I forget how long of a drive that was. I would definitely try the longer course this time just to try it out.
The course is on UDisc, so all you got to do is give me a message that you want to come up to play, and I'll do my best to be up there when it's possible. And when you get used to the course, then you can just go up and play. So it's going to be a nice weekend.
I mean, I was only there the one time, but is there like hunting in that area? Because it looks like there might be.
No.
Okay, good.
No.
No, just checking.
We have fishing if you're lucky.
Okay. So, like I said, I was only there last year. We got Corey, Alex, Randy, and Jaimen. Who here has played there the most, would you say? I mean, 12 years. I didn't realize that it had been there that long.
Well, we did it at my other old house. I only had 7 acres, and so it was a short course. Now I have acres and acres to play with. But I don't know which. I think they've all been up there at one point or another.
So of the 12 years, how many have been at Porcupine Springs?
This will be the 8th time at Porcupine Springs.
So still a good amount.
Oh, yeah. I'm happy to host people for sure. DisCap does, we want to keep the streak going. We've been doing this for 12 years, I believe, or longer now. So it's always a blast.
Nice. Corey, what's the furthest back you remember playing there?
I don't think I've actually played Greg's course until like maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I've only been there twice, I think, 2 or 3 times.
Corey has a birthday conflict with me.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
The July Monthly is almost always on the same weekend that like I have like my birthday party. I didn't think this would be the case this year, but it had to be because everything else going on.
Corey's party is a blast.
How do you know? You're always at Porcupine Springs.
I've seen pictures of sofas burning. That's all I got. I was there in spirit.
Alex, what about you? I know it took you a long time to get to Heiser Creek. What about Porcupine Springs? You ever been?
I've been there once, but unfortunately, I end up having a conflict most years. Same with this year, too. I've got a volleyball tournament this Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And is that why Tim is getting the leg extension so he can compete against you?
Maybe.
Hopefully he'll be healed in time then. Randy, have you played there?
Yeah, I think I've been there like 4 or 5 times. Played in the monthly a few times and the doubles tournament last year and the singles league, actually.
I vaguely remember, didn't you? Because they're doing it this Wednesday, too, the DisCap Pro League. You played in that last year, right?
Yeah, it was a good time last year. I can't make it this year. I'm bummed, but...
And Jaimen, have you played Porcupine Springs?
Yeah, I've probably played it the most out of anybody. I also played Kurtz Chasm back in the day. But yeah, actually, Greg gave me a tour of that land. It must have been like January before he built anything on there. So I've been there a bunch.
What's your favorite hole?
Couldn't tell you like any of the hole numbers, honestly. I've played it a bunch. This is how long ago I played it. It used to be 7. Now it's probably 16.
Well, let's see. 7 is that nice par 4 down the chute.
No, it used to be 7 when it was only 9 holes.
Oh, maybe hole 17.
The hole after the Birch Bomber.
Oh, crank it up. Yes, that hole, that's a toughie. It's a great pin placement on that rock up there for sure. That's a great hole.
Yep.
Nice. I probably have a couple other questions, or if anybody has any questions about the monthly, but I did think since you were here, we could get your opinion on some other stuff that has happened in the area.
Certainly.
For example, breaking news, this will even be older than last week's breaking news with Ethan. You heard about Jeff Wiechowski inducted into the 2026 New York State Disc Golf Hall of Fame.
That is great. That is exciting news. Jeff has worked real long and real hard to earn that honor, so I'm very happy for him. He has done a lot of work in our group, and he's done nothing but devote his life to making golf a better thing in our area, and I'm absolutely very happy for Jeff. Oh, I'm outside wandering around. I should go back inside.
What are you doing outside, Greg?
My poor kitty cats are laying in the middle of the driveway, and so this other guy had to park in the grass. Oh, dear.
Do you know either the other New York State Disc Golf Hall of Famers? We got Judy Harwitz-Simon. Does that name ring a bell?
Yes. No, I've met Judy back in the day when freestyling was a bigger passion than disc golf. We hadn't really invented a disc golf yet. You had floaters that you could spin. And so freestyling is what Judy did an awful lot of. And then she was just a pioneer in all the disc activities. And Gary Crowley, the denim sniper, he used to come for years over to Heiser Creek and take our money. Gary's worked really hard out there on his local courses, and Central New York has built up, a good dozen courses in that area. Good people.
You said Gary's from Central New York. Where's Judy from?
Basically the city. Downstate.
Okay, so it's each of these inductees kind of represents a different area in New York, so that's cool too. I'm curious where Judy's thrown in the city, but what are you going to do?
Well, she traveled. You just traveled to different events. There were fewer of them, but there were bigger crowds.
Nice. Corey, what are your thoughts on Jeff?
I mean, obviously, I've only been around for maybe half of his career in this area. And I think Greg said it, he basically devoted most of his life to promoting disc golf and helping build courses and running tournaments and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I think it was only time before, he was selected. I know Gary too. And I haven't really played that many tournaments with Gary lately, Gary Crowley, but he is a character. I love that guy.
Just looking at his picture, I can kind of tell. Yeah. Greg, I don't know the New York disc golf scene so much, especially if you're talking about the entire state. Is there anybody else who would be on a short list who you think should potentially go in future years?
Oh, gosh, that's a great question. Eric Tripany has been a Central New York pillar of support for years. The Corbett brothers and Wendy Corbett, that's the people that make Central New York, really happen. Some of our downstate brethren, Adam Gutman, he puts in a lot of work. And there's, a lot of unsung heroes out there getting stuff done. So, yeah, no, everything's been good.
Absolutely. Dan Doyle, did he get into New York Hall of Fame or did he just get into the PDGA Hall of Fame?
No, New York first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, Dan is absolutely one of the biggest legends we have in the state, 100%.
Absolutely. Speaking of legends, Evan's here. Hey, Evan.
Howdy.
All right. No, I definitely thought it was noteworthy. Maybe hopefully we'll get Jeff on. This is in October, right? They're doing October 31st at Fence Road Farm Brewery. Okay. So right in my neck of the woods, they'll be doing the inductions. That's cool. I haven't been there since it's been completed. So
that's Dan Doyle's place.
Absolutely. A couple other topics. I mentioned it briefly earlier. Any thoughts, Greg, on Ethan, MJ18, Junior World's champ?
He beat 143 other people. I mean, that says enough to me right there. And of course, a huge shout out to his beloved grandfather, Danny White, who is just also a stellar player in his own right. But to have him nurture this kid all the way to do this is just an incredible achievement. And plus, so Ethan's going over in August to Buffalo for the AMP championships over there. And we'll see how he fares against, older competition. But Ethan is doing a great job.
Heck yeah. Then the next night he played dubs with Terry Hudson and they came in second. So we know who the weak link is there.
And then that same dubs, though, Danny got an ace.
Heck yeah.
Pat, did you watch the footage of Ethan's final round on Gatekeeper?
No, I did not.
It's pretty cool. It was closer than I thought, a little back and forth, and also just impressive to watch Ethan and hear the commentators kind of react to some of his shots that were significantly farther ahead. And just also seeing somebody that I know and have played with a handful of times, on that stage. I don't watch much recorded disc golf at all, but I did sit down and check that out. I thought it was pretty neat.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a really good watch. Ethan put a really good round together, and he wasn't even really poised to win it until the last couple holes. It's pretty entertaining to watch just in disc golf, media, but the golf that those guys were putting out was pretty good and fun to watch.
Evan, Before you got here, we were asking about Porcupine Springs. Have you played there before?
Yes, I have. I think I played the last 2 years that the monthly was there. I've only played the short course, though. I have yet to play the longer course.
You think you'll be able to make it this weekend or no?
I'm definitely shooting for it. I think so. I got to just double check something, but it is my plan to go up at some point Saturday morning.
And if you play, are you playing the long or the short?
I feel like at this point I should probably just play the long because I've heard so much about it. I was talking to Joe Jaskolka tonight at Prospect, and, what a beautiful layout. Challenging, but I do want to see it. I think it's kind of a shame that I've been there twice now and still haven't seen the whole property.
Well, we're going to probably do a Sunday's doubles event also. And when we do that, we play doubles best shot on the long course, and on the short course, it's your own score kind of thing. And that makes the long course much more palatable for folks out there. But it's all fun. It's all good. There's no rough. Trust me, the rough has all been taken care of.
Let me just to clarify. So if me and you are partners on Sunday, we're playing dubs. We're going to play long course. It's just going to be like typical dubs, best shot. Whoever has the better shot, you take that. And then you play around on the short course. And then it's going to be what they do sometimes at DisCap, where it's whoever had the better score. Like if me and you were playing a hole and I get a 2, you get a 3, we're taking a 2 kind of thing?
Yes.
Or is it combined?
Yes. And it's going to be casual, too. Nothing is nailed down. This is all going to be for fun. Every card will have a CTP winner, so I have a table of prizes that are too numerous to mention.
Books and fresh produce.
I don't know if anybody's touching that produce this year. All right. Let's take a look at the last week in disc golf. For Monday, Alden Slack shot a -8 to win at Gunk's Monday Dubs. I'm assuming in the Cali capacity. Saratoga Spa Random Dubs Week 15 presented by 80K Discs. There was a tie for second place. James Jr. Varsity Varkala and Cody Canine shot a -14. So did Ethan Hatters and Terry Hudson. Joe Panessa and Tucker Kozlowski are your winners. They shot -15. Colonial Acres Dubs League. Jeremy Lenski and Oliver Simonson shot a -5 for third place. Josh Faust and Christopher Evanchuk came in second at -8. And your winner with a -9, Mark Bryan. Camp Go Monday Doubles. There was a tie for second place at -8. Brian McGarr and Jeff Levin tied Andrew Copland and Tyler McKinnon. And your winners, they shot -11, Adam Wishlinski and Jared. There's a couple of topics I wanted to hit. So, Greg, you beat me in the Summer Battle Royale. Have you played another match, or do you know who you're playing next?
Well, I played Lenny Rabune and beat Lenny, and waiting for the winner of Brandon versus, I'm not sure who Brandon is playing, Joe Karen. So I'm waiting for the winner of Brandon versus Joe.
Okay, so you played a match since we've played.
Yes.
And that was Lenny? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Lenny.
All right. So, Jaimen, you had a match a couple weeks ago. It wasn't Alden Slack, was it?
Alden Slack, it was.
Oh, you did? Okay. How'd that go?
It was good. It was a super close match. We played Jay West. It was pretty back and forth. Alden tended to have me by 1 most of the round. His putting was on. I capitalized a few times, but in the end, he was able to beat me 1 up with just like a really solid round all around. It was a lot of fun. We played a bunch of holes afterwards. But yeah, that was my first match. And I believe I'm supposed to play Corey, but I haven't really talked to him in a month.
Yeah, we'll figure it out eventually. Surely.
That's who you're playing next, Corey?
Yep, Jaimen.
Okay. Oh, you lost to...
I lost to Ryan, yeah.
To Ryan
Jaimen
Nelson.
beat me, I'm out.
Oh, whoever loses this one's out.
Okay. To the shortest season.
Oh, wow. All right.
There's still hope to make this the longest season, Corey.
Alex, do you have any matches scheduled, or have you played any matches?
I'm scheduled to play Justin Muccelli at the end of the week. And we're going to play at J Park. We're going to play J South. Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
All right.
I have basically 0 expectations going in. So if I do well, great. If not, I kind of feel like that's the chalk result, so can't feel too bad about it.
He had a bye and you won, right, to face him?
Yes.
Okay,
yep.
So it's not like you're done if you lose. So okay, that's something.
No, yep. I've got one to give, but I'm pretty sure I play like either Corey or Jaimen if I lose. So it's a little bit of a rough bracket for me, but hey, anything can happen.
That's cool. Randy, we know, is not playing in the Summer Battle Royale.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Evan, do you have a match or anything?
I do. I found out JJ Knapp beat Highland Mike Warner, so JJ advances to face me, which is awesome. I'm looking forward to that. We haven't played together in a little while. Nothing scheduled yet. I don't know where, but whoever wins out of our match will get to play Dennis Daly.
And is this a winner you go home?
Yes, we're both in the losers bracket, so we've both have one loss so far.
All right. And I don't know if we've even addressed this, Pat. Are you playing in the Summer Battle Royale?
No, I'm not playing. I didn't really understand the concept before it was too late, and I'll get it next year.
No, absolutely. It seems to be each division has grown a little bit each year. I haven't scheduled my match with Eric yet. Since this might be the last time that we have an opportunity to do this for at least 4 years, I thought we would do a quick Alex's Football Minute to wrap up the World Cup. Are you prepared, Alex?
Sure.
First of all, did you watch the finale, the last one?
I did watch the final. I watched the final and the third place match. Of the two, the third place match was more entertaining. 10 goals, crazy, even though I thought England was going to run away with it after being up 4-0 in the first half. But yeah, no, that was a super cool game to see. And Bukayo Saka, who is a Arsenal player, picked up a hat trick, which is really, really cool. But yeah, the final was Spain versus Argentina. Argentina has Lionel Messi, who is an absolute legend of the sport. I think people are starting to get a little bit tired of Argentina doing so well. There was a good chunk of people on Spain's side going in. The game was pretty slow. Spain dominated most of it. Anytime you get into those late time periods, whatever you want to call it, you start getting anxious when it's 0-0 for so long, especially when the other side has such a huge, potential scorer in Messi. But yeah, Spain was able to get a goal in extra time and take the win.
The one thing I had heard is if they went to PKs, Argentina was probably going to win it. Would you agree?
I don't know if you can say probably. They'd have a much better chance of winning in PKs than in regular time. That's sort of why people don't like the penalties as much, is because the actual sport that you're doing for, up to 2 hours potentially doesn't matter in favor of this, completely separate mini game thing. But anything can happen, so you can't really throw anything for sure in any direction.
What's the deal with the third place game?
I mean, somebody's got to get the bronze somehow. And if you got two teams that are eliminated in the same stage, you got to figure it out one way or another.
It's a couple $1 million more for FIFA.
I get you. I know like the NCAA tournament used to do it. The NFL used to do it back before the Super Bowl when it was just a championship. They would do a third place game. Yeah. It's not unheard of. But yeah, I guess it's also a really good money grab kind of situation.
Yeah.
Would you call it a success?
Yeah, I think so. It was a good enough game. I enjoyed seeing Spain win for sure, as opposed to Argentina. But, as someone who didn't really have, any investment in the game, it could have been more exciting, but it was entertaining enough.
Didn't Spain they only gave up like one goal the whole World Cup?
Something like that. Yeah, no, they have some pretty insane stats when you go down through it. Like, I think they almost never trailed. Like, they were never behind throughout the entire thing. It's crazy.
Remember back when people were freaking out that Spain tied, who was it, Randy? What was the name of that team?
I might have zoned out. Sorry.
Wasn't there a team that you were Camp Verde or something?
Oh, Cape Verde, yeah.
Yeah, they tied them, right? They nilled. I don't know what you call it, but
yeah.
And everybody's like, "Oh no, Spain's in trouble!" But they didn't give them any goals. They just didn't score anything.
I think in hindsight, that's showing the strength of Cape Verde as opposed to the weakness of Spain.
Not Camp Verde, just to clarify. Cape Verde, okay.
Yeah.
Alex, I heard the term GOAT bandied around a little bit with Messi. I feel like especially if Argentina won. A, is he the GOAT? And B, who would his disc golf comparison be?
Macbeth, I think, is a really good comparison right now because Messi has been so good for so long. I don't even have the history to really put up the argument in any particular player's favor. Certainly one of the best of our era, if not the best of our era for Messi, for sure. It makes it really similar to Macbeth in that, like, there's arguments for other players, but Macbeth, in the recent history has definitely been the greatest. So yeah, no, it's a pretty similar comparison there.
Jason's not here, so I'm gonna have to ask Greg, who's the GOAT in disc golf? Is it Macbeth or is it Climo?
100% Ken Climo. I mean, that guy was a pioneer out there just kicking butt, taking names for years. Macbeth came along and did, followed in his footsteps. That's all I'm going to say.
Kind of like Ohtani with Babe Ruth.
Ohtani is his own man. I mean, 50-50. I mean, that's just crazy.
Yeah, but when people say that, he's better than Babe Ruth, in his career as a pitcher has twice as many wins as Ohtani has up to this point, and more than twice as many home runs. So while I would say Ohtani had probably better single seasons over a career, I mean, it's not even close. He's got to get another 50 wins. He's already passed 30. I'm not saying it can't be done, but he only just hit his 300th home run. Babe Ruth has, 714?
Right. I don't think he's going to break those numbers. But on a solo game performance level, this guy's just been perpetually good. I mean,
absolutely. 3 home runs in the playoffs. Didn't he have a 7 innings, 10 strikeouts, and 3 home runs? That alone, that's probably one of the greatest single game performances in baseball history.
Right.
But longevity over a career, I don't really think it's not that close. All he's doing is getting older. He's not getting younger. I don't know if you're aware of that, but mathematically and scientifically, that is true. They can both be appreciated for their own thing. And it's nothing to do with the fact that he's on the Dodgers and not the Mets. I'm just saying. On Tuesday, we got J-Dub's Points Championship. What week is this, Corey?
That was week 17 out of 26.
Okay, so we are well past the midway point.
We're getting close.
We're heading to the home stretch.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad I shortened it by 2 weeks. I think that was a fine move, but it's, every week that we get closer to the end, it feels like 2 weeks. But yeah, no, it was, I remember it was a pretty hot day. We played the Far East layout, which is J East, but we also add like the first section of J North holes, 15, 16, and 17. We were graced with Junior World Caddy champion Danny White. As well as 19 other people, including myself. Yeah, there was a pretty good showing for people that wanted to come in second place. Tyler Gannon, Leighton Scott, AT and Muccelli, Harry Lehman, points leader, and Patrick Jeffries shot an 8 down, 61 for tie for second at $20. But Danny White and Tim Goyette popped off with a 12 down first place finish, 4 strokes separation, which I don't know that we've really seen a dominance in a week like that. I played with James Scow and he carried us to the 6 down that we threw. I was throwing like absolute garbage. So thank you, James, for the 6 points that we got. Brian and Bickersmith was able to hit the free CTP on hole 21, Whale Tail with a park job, and Muccelli got the hole after him. Rocky Hill, maybe not, hole 22 for $20.
This layout that you played, was there no hole 7 in there?
There was no hole 7, no.
Wow, and Tim still won.
Yeah. I think the last time he played hole 7, he fucked it up though, so he might his reign of terror might have come to an end.
That's fair. Pat, you played with Harry Lehman. How was that?
Oh man, it was awesome. Anyone that knows Harry knows he's a great guy. He's a good mechanic. He helped me out with my car a couple of weeks ago. It was not sounding so good. It's sounding a lot better now. And I've never actually played with him on dubs, so that was fun. If you know him and you know me, you know he's better than me too, so we took most of his drives and putts. We left some out there. I had a couple good drives. We felt like we played well. It was just good vibes on the card. We played with Brian Dubois, I think is how you pronounce it, and Joe Skolka.
Skolka, yep.
Yeah, 2 great guys. Yeah, super fun time. It was a beautiful night.
What'd you do with your $10?
I gave it to B. Klein for a disc, like right away.
Not to pay him back for the ice cream?
No. He gave me a little bit of shit for saying he bought it for me because he felt bad. He's like, dude, I bought it because you're my friend and I beat you. It's like, oh, thanks, man.
And I beat you. Yeah, exactly. So
yeah, I didn't feel bad. I beat you, so I bought you ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there was a 3-way tie for second. Harry and Pat and Andrew Ty and Justin Muccelli and Tyler Gannon and Leighton Scott. But Danny White and Tim Goyette, without a hole 7, still did good. Skylands doubles had a 4-way tie for first place. They all shot -8. Scott Stiles and Brennan Colton tied with Robert Valecki and Tibor, who tied with Jason Murak and Scott Robbins, who tied with Anthony Visconti. Over at Wilcox, looks like Nick Warren won the tag match. In doubles, Stephen Hanrahan and Sam Richter tied Patty and Liam Doyle at -12. Jason Novak and Patrick Meckley were your winners. They shot -14. CTK Handicap League, Tom McGuckin came in 3rd place. Rick Steeler in 2nd, and Arian Cartret is your winner. This is a question from a couple weeks ago on the DisCap page, and I think it's going to be a pretty quick one, but I also thought it was interesting and something discussion worthy. So I'll ask Greg, and anybody can chime in as usual. But Russell Toole posted on the DisCap page, this is beginning of July, the minimum distance needed as far as throwing a disc to compete in DisCap for MA1. What are your thoughts on that, Greg? Do you need to be able to throw very far in DisCap land to compete in the MA1 division?
Basically, No is the simple answer because of all the other elements. I've seen the discussion online, and it's been a great discussion. Hitting fairways and accuracy trumps long distance. Here in our courses, we don't have many wide open 600-foot holes, but you sure as heck better be able to hit a 250-foot hole. And so it was a great question from Ross, but it's, putting and approaching and having a good mindset. All those things play a lot into distance, not needing distance. I'm not a fire thrower, but I try to hit the lines.
Is there a course in DisCap where distance really can be a separator? My first thought would be CTK. I don't know. I might be wrong.
There's a bunch of wooded holes at CTK, but distance for sure helps there. The one that comes to my mind is Blatnick. You had to be able to really crank at Blatnick. Minekill has some big, long holes. Those courses are the big holes. Wilcox, it's a great course and some nice big holes. I'm looking for the short courses like Burbine. Stephen P. Wallace doesn't really have, any humongous holes. But we got a great balance. We got all sorts of courses.
I noticed on that poll, Corey added the under 300 because that wasn't, I guess, an option.
Well, I think there was two options. One was over 300, and then one was like the greater sign symbol, and then 300, which I believe also means over 300. There was no true under 300 option.
Got you.
Yeah, my thought was basically the same thing as Greg, is that, like, first of all, competitive I don't think means like crushing it and winning every tournament. I think that just means like putting up a good round and at least finishing in top 50%, maybe not that many strokes off the lead. But to be competitive at MA1 is just like parring most courses, and throwing over 300 feet is not necessary to do that at most courses, unless you're playing Minekill, and Blatnick.
And Blatnick, is that the one that got closed recently?
Yes.
Okay. So now it's kind of down to CTK, Minekill, any others that would make that list?
I would say once OK gets up and running, you're kind of going to want a good chunk of distance there. But even then, it's only like if you can get to 325, like you're still going to be competitive at that point.
Have you played OKDGC yet, Greg?
Yeah, and I was just thinking, Alex, didn't Travis just lose a one-hole playoff on hole 1 when whoever he was playing was able to go up and over the tree line?
Yeah, he played against Justin Park, and I believe Justin won by going over the top.
Hole 1, Pat, is a great hole. You have to immediately make a big decision whether you can get the birdie or not by going over this. I don't know, how far is it, Alex? 280 over the top of the trees or further?
That sounds about right. 280 to get over it, but if you fade out right there, you're just going to fade into the woods. So you need another, 50 feet at least to get over it. And it's pretty significantly up in the air. So you gotta get over it and keep going in order to really get there.
Yeah, I like that hole. I like that hole a lot.
Okay. Greg, do you follow pro disc golf?
Kind of, sort of, no. But Gannon Burr is doing well, I hear. They're over in Europe still, or? I
know the last tournament that we did for Skip Ace was European, but they might be in transition, everybody heading back this way. I'm not sure. But that's exactly the topic I was going to bring up. So what was it, Corey? You probably know better than I do. Gannon Burr, with his last tournament, he got his rating to 1063.
Yeah, I believe so.
And that's the highest rating ever in disc golf so far, like for a player?
Yep, believe so.
Okay, well, I guess my question is, you know a lot better how ratings work. Is there a number that is the highest possible? Like in baseball, if you get a hit every time you're up to bat, you're batting 1,000. Is there a theoretical highest possible rating? Even if you're never going to hit it, is there a cap, like a number that ends, like if you ace every hole, this is your rating?
And now, I don't know, like eventually you might run into like literally physical limitations or like theoretical limits, but the rating system is based on the ratings of all people playing in that thing. Mm-hmm. So theoretically, what is the phrase? A rising tide lifts all ships or some shit. Mm-hmm. So you could think theoretically, if everyone's rating is going up because there's more rating numbers in the pool, which thus will lift people's ratings up, and like someone else is just kind of like edging everybody else out. Maybe courses get harder and just, kind of like the Big Bang, I suppose. It just keeps expanding. I don't know if you could actually come up with a number. I mean, I guess it would be hard to think of something much higher than like 1,100, even though that is, still a ways off and harder to gain numbers. But I don't know. I guess that's kind of my thought.
So I guess my question was, like with baseball, like the best you could ever do is batting 1,000. There's not an actual number. Like this rating system doesn't have an actual cap. I guess, theoretically. It could keep going up.
Like batting 1,000 just means that you hit every pitch, right? Or you get on base every
you get a base hit on at least on every at bat. It doesn't account for walks, things like that, but if it's an official at bat, you got a hit and you got on base. So
so you could never get more bases than at bats. So there's like a hard limit to what you could actually do. I don't know if there exists something.
Oh yeah, they invented OPS or whatever, where you can have a 1,200 OPS or something like that.
Your slugging percentage is different. Like if I got up in the majors one time and I hit a home run, I believe my slugging percentage would be 4,000 because I had one at bat, but I got 4 bases out of it.
Right.
So your slugging percentage can be higher. Your on-base percentage could be higher than 1,000. If I got up 10 times and I got a base hit all 10 times, my batting average is 1,000. My 11th time up, if I walk, my batting average is still 1,000, but my on-base percentage would go higher because you got on base 11 times in 10 at-bats because a walk doesn't count as an official at-bat. So your on-base percentage is usually higher than your actual batting average. But
theoretically.
I guess the other question I have with this highest rating, this 1063, is there another accomplishment in sports, like in baseball, like batting 400? Is there an accomplishment that you could compare this to, like 2,000 yards for a running back or something that you could equate this to?
I would compare it to like Judge and his home runs. You know, it's like one of those things that the bar is just going to kind of get edged up a little bit over time. And it obviously measures a completely different statistic, but like getting that accomplishment feels the same to me, where they're going, oh, here's the last guy that had that. Now here's the new guy that had that. And as the state of the art kind of continues to improve on hitting and disc golf, I think that it's going to have that same kind of feeling to it.
And improvement with like plastic and such, like discs continue to improve. So there's that too.
I think a lot of it is also the younger kids who've played their whole lives coming up through the game versus, in Ken Climo's era, there was nobody who had played for more than 10 years or something like that.
I thought you were going to bring Tom Brady into the equation or something.
Not yet.
No, it's always going to, we're constantly building the base of information and how to get better at it and what that looks like. And we're the first generation to see the kids come up. And now the next generation of kids that come up get to see the Gannon Burrs and see what they did as kids, So I think that's just going to push it that much forward again. It's the more the trail gets beat down, the easier it is to walk it.
Just like a course.
Yeah.
Greg, what's the highest your rating's ever been?
Let me preface it by saying that I have thrown numerous 1,000 rated rounds, but I think I hit 960 once upon a time. Yeah, I don't think I ever got above that, really.
Are you like actively in the PDGA? I don't know. Some people have a negative opinion of the PGA, so I don't want to.
No, I've played in the world 6 times. I think the reason you play in all these tournaments is to go to the Worlds and play, against other people from other places.
What's your rating now?
My rating is right at the Mendoza line, right where Brandon Klein said that if you're below 915, you're an AM. So I'm staying with my 913 rating.
Okay. Well, I mean, whenever you say Brandon Klein, the first thing I think of is the Mendoza line. So, for people who don't know, Mendoza line is a baseball ism, I guess. It comes from baseball. The guy in Mendoza, his batting average was above 200, but they kind of use 200 as the Mendoza line, where if you're hitting below 200, you're on the interstate. Because it's one something, so I-95, whatever. But yeah, the Mendoza line is kind of like, do you really belong here kind of thing. According to Brandon, I do not. So,
are you saying Brandon Klein is mid? He's like exactly mid?
Basically, yes. Yes. That says it better than anything I have to say.
I agree.
On Wednesdays, Stony Kill Storm cleanup at 5:30 until further notice. Shen Creek Dubs, Week 18, a 4-way tie for 3rd place. They all shot -7. Danny White and Jim Burns tied Jesse Nyman and Parker Cerrone. Joe Orbach-Zuski and Levi V tied with Michael Fair and Andrew Chamberlain. Dan McCrae and Cody Miller came in 2nd, shooting -10. And your winners, Ethan Hatters and Jack Fruchter, shot -17. Port Jervis Disc Golf Course Spring Summer League. Let's hear from Robo Pete Newland to hear how that went.
Week 10 of the league is in the books, with Frolfers putting their respiratory systems to the test under an ominous sky. Rob J. comfortably defended his Week 9 title with a hot 47, while Pete N. and Micah yet again used tags to break their tie at 51. Shayna brought in the most handicap points. Thanks to all, and join us next week to get those points as we come down the stretch. The final league night will be August 5th.
Women's League was at Joralemon. Kathleen Bemis and Jennifer Park came in second place. Alexis White and Caitlin Clay took it down -1. DisCap Pro League, did we go over it last week or no?
Oh, yeah. So Pro League the previous week, if it didn't, yeah, it was at Prospect Park. There was 4 people. And wouldn't you know, Jay Gorsage, even with a bogey, he took the win with an 11 down, which was rated 962.
You didn't play that week, though, did you?
I did not go up there that week, no. Nope, it was just 3 people. Yeah, Jay, Troy, Vasari, and Justin Wiechowski.
How far is Prospect for you?
I would be going there from work. So from Glenmont is probably, well, depends on the traffic, but anywhere from 25 to 2 hours. But
oh my.
No.
All right.
Maybe not 2 hours. It would take a rollover on
Come on.
I hate that drive though. Like I hate it. It sucks. Going out of Albany, mainly north, at that time is just terrible, and I avoid it like the plague if I can.
Do you avoid it more than CPS?
I'd say yes. Yeah, because there's only like really one big hang up on the way to CPS, and that's like where the Northway meets 87 or 90, I guess. And all the workers coming out of Albany trying to head west, it just or in disconnect, it turns into shit. I try to avoid it as a mere sense of self-preservation. A lot of times I'm on my motorcycle too, and it's like you see some really stupid driver, and I'm not trying to get killed out there.
So where was Pro League this week?
So this past week, it was at Joralemon Park. We played Jay North. We had 4 people, Troy, Justin, Muccelli, and Justin Park. I was having a heater of a round. Through 16 holes, I was 4 down, bogey free. I think I had like 6 strokes on these guys or something like that. Everyone else kind of just having like a pretty good Jay North round. And we finally get out into the open, hole 12 and 13, last 2 holes. I decided to go roller off the tee on hole 12, ended up going past the basket, take my first bogey. Hole 13, I decided to go another roller because I figured it'd be easier to throw bigger distance, and the grass was cut. And my second shot, I thought I peered into the gap, hits the base of a tree, kicks straight left, lands on the bridge, and falls in the water OB. So I made it through literally all of the Jay North parts of Jay North, bogey free, and then bogeyed my last 2 holes. Still for the win, but I feel like I lost like 40 rating points on 2 holes that I had like good birdie chances at. But it was fun to have 4 people. You know, those 4 guys are really great fun to play with, even at Jay North, when sometimes frustrations can come about. But it was a good night.
Nice. I mean, I would have learned after the first roller that maybe this isn't the play, but okay.
Yeah.
You know, you went with it twice. That's fair. So, Jaimen, we haven't heard from you in a couple weeks. What have you been up to?
Playing tournaments. I haven't been on because my brother was in town, and my family is as good at planning stuff as I am. So a lot of waking up Monday morning to hey, want to go to dinner tonight kind of text.
Your brother lives in California, correct?
Yep.
Is it more fun to go out to California and visit him, or when he comes here and visits you?
It's so much more fun to go out to California. Played 5 new courses since Bro, which is an awful lot for me. Finally got over the 150 mark that I dumbly thought I was going to do in like a year, 3 years ago.
Yeah, I remember. I was thinking that. That was the first thing I thought of. Like, it was a couple years ago you said that. Okay.
Shoot for the stars, and if you miss, you'll be in the whatever.
Does your brother play?
My little brother played a little bit. My older brother does not.
Okay. You had a tournament a few weeks back, the CTK Flex, kind of a last minute thing. How did it go, in your opinion?
It went super well. I had over 50 people there. I was able to get the new tournament hole in. That was the delay on that whole tournament. Was I'm always like a stickler for like if you announce something for a tournament, that's what you should do as a TD. I don't like it when TDs change course. I was like waiting for an answer on whether or not I could do hole 8. So I was waiting, and it just got to a point where I was like, I can't, just stupid to wait anymore. It's stupid to have waited as long as I did in the first place. So I threw it up there figuring, hey, maybe we'll get 20 guys, test the hole or just play some golf, whatever, have fun. But yeah, no, it worked out awesome. They ended up with like mid 50s, had plenty of people sign up after the deadline as per usual. But no, everybody had fun. I think hole 8 was mostly a success. Did lead to a little bit of tin cupping, which I'm always there for.
You're talking about like really big scores?
Yeah. I don't like use that term very often, so when I said it, it sounded really weird for a second. But
it's the first thing I thought of when Terry Hudson was on my card, and he tried the same shot 3 times and just went OB right away every time.
Yeah.
In that movie, he like stubbornly tries to go across the carry and goes out of bounds multiple times in a row. So I think it was apt.
But he did make it to the Pro Tour even with that big number. So he did get something out of it, is my point.
Right.
I don't know what Terry Hudson got out of it other than...
Hopefully he got a lesson.
So you're happy with hole 8, how it turned out?
Yeah. I think I could widen the spot after the gap a little bit, but I feel like everything else played pretty well. A couple people were like, "Oh, now you got to move the tee." It's like, or like point the tee pad in the right direction. It's like, you don't have to like throw parallel with the tee pad, guys. You do know that. But yeah, no, I think it went well.
I think turning the tee pad incentivizes people throwing it out of bounds.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's pretty much pointing in the right direction.
It's pointing you right into the safe spot. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, that's what you'd want a tee to do, I would imagine.
Yeah, not these people. Yeah, I don't know. You're never going to make everybody happy. Everybody's got opinions on stuff, and that's just kind of how it goes.
Now, it's funny, Randy makes this comment, even though at the Berg tournament, we had to throw sideways off a tee pad. So, you know.
It was a b-hole.
It was a b-hole. Any tournaments that you played in that you wanted to mention, Jaimen?
Played Warwick this weekend. I played Clement Classic the weekend before. Yeah. Didn't do as well on either of them really as I hoped. Definitely Clement. This has kind of been a building year. I've really broke down my forehand. My putting's really improving right now, but I'm spending a lot of time working on stuff. So I'm kind of being a little extra aggressive on the course to try to build positive thoughts on the shots that I need to have and build some trust in it. And it's, when you're trying to build trust and stuff, it doesn't always go as well as you hope it does. But it's been a very productive year, but it doesn't look super great on the score sheet.
Oh, that's cool. I did want to mention the Warwick Disc Golf Championships. Looks like there was a tie for MPO and FPO. FPO, Eden Fornoff and Caitlin Clay tied. Do you know anything about the tiebreaker there?
Yeah, so the playoff loop at Warwick goes 17, 18, and then 16 in a loop. And 17 goes silver to blue, 18 goes blue to silver, and then I believe 16 goes blue to blue. I didn't really move throughout any of the playoffs, so I didn't see exactly where they were teeing off, but I believe it was blue to blue. So for Eden and Kate, they started on 17 silver to blue, and they both had a good drive, a good approach shots, but Eden was able to just put hers a little closer, and she hit her birdie putt, and Kate took a par on it. So Eden won that one on 17.
And then for the MPO, it looks like there was a three-way tie. Jonathan Borzik, Jesse Longenecker, and Harry Chase. Do you know what happened there?
Yeah, so that one went 9 holes. So they played those 3 holes 3 times in a row. 17 silver to blue, for people who don't know, is probably 560 par 4. There's OB right that kind of goes at an angle to the blue basket, and then the blue basket's on a upslope. So it's kind of a little bit of a catcher's mitt. But with these guys, they're trying to eagle this hole. So Harry's definitely trying, Jesse's definitely trying, and John Borzik put some good bids in at an eagle too. Nobody got too much closer than 60 feet on their drive for it, but still really impressive stuff. But that didn't end anything. 18, everybody just kind of scrambled through that one. Blue to silver is not a ton of scoring separation. What ended up being the deciding factor, Jesse lost on the second hole. I think he parred and they birdied. The deciding factor was Harry hitting like a 60-foot, maybe a little bit farther away putt from way down on the left side of the rock wall on 16. I don't think either of them were over the wall. They might have both been on it, but Harry just finally hit a putt to take that one after 9 holes. It was a great playoff to watch.
Jaimen, did you hear about the lost or the missing bag story about Harry as well?
Oh, yeah, I did. I forgot about that. I didn't hear all of this, but I guess they got to the course on Sunday morning and Harry realized that he didn't have his bag, which is pretty important if you're playing a tournament. So he got some random discs from some people and played with them. And I'm looking up the score. What I was told was he parred everything until he got his bag, and then he birdied the next 8 holes. That's basically it, is he didn't even have his bag for the entire tournament, still tied for the win.
Shot 28 down. Greg, have you ever played Warwick?
Absolutely played Warwick. The Skylands Classics. I ate Dan Doyle's lunch down there one year.
Now you can go there and have his lunch over at the Fence Road Farm Brewery, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to cost me a lot more money, though.
Yeah.
Warwick has been one of the best courses in the Northeast. forever. One of the big, open, long, good, big arm kind of courses. It's a beautiful place with multiple 2 tees, 2 pads, 2 baskets. Great place, absolutely.
From the courses that you've played, Greg, can you give us a top 5 in New York?
Well, I'm just going to go through favorites more than the top courses. I played out in Western New York, both, Bond Lake and Royalton Ravine. Those are 2 big, nice courses out in Western New York. Emory is a nice course out in Southern Western New York. Chi Lai in Rochester is a great course. Heiser Creek, I've always loved Morgan Wright's place up there. It's a beautiful place. Wilcox is a great course, great place. Minekill, a lot of fun. Geralman Park, absolutely, the best scenery going around. So, nope, we're in good shape. We got lots of nice courses in New York. Mount Kisco, great course. FDR, great course.
All right, and that is Greg's top 5. Randy, one thing I forgot to mention, has your wife played Warwick more than you?
Yes, she's been there twice, and I still haven't made it down there.
Did she go on her own? You didn't go?
She went with Kate. They carpooled.
Oh, yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
So does that mean you've got like a free pass, or was that cashing in a pass that you had done something for her?
We don't write them down, but yeah, we basically try to keep it even. There's lots of women's only events that she'll play throughout the year, so I'll get a few here and there as well to maybe travel and play.
Do you have something in mind for her Warwick trip?
Stony Kill scrambled doubles at least.
Oh, okay.
I'm probably going to play and she's not, so maybe that. Yeah.
And I didn't ask Jaimen this, but that's where you play all 4 layouts. Is that correct?
I think the ladies did. Yeah. They played blue to blue 2 rounds, actually. So I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, because I think the pros and such, they don't want to do the silver, which I get. Did she spend the weekend there, or did she come back between?
No, her and Kate both don't mind driving, so they drove back and forth each time.
Okay, I didn't know, like, the distance-wise.
It ended up only being like 2 hours. I, for some reason, thought it was more, so it's not that bad. Same as driving to Maple Hill or something.
Okay, no, I was just curious. But yeah, that's the Warwick Disc Golf Championships, Warwick, New York. Tournament director, Ryan Kenny. Anything else, Jaimen?
Not particularly, just played some new courses, built a retaining wall on hole 11 at CTK, just kind of relaxed now. I don't have anything too crazy coming up until a vacation in the middle of August and the tournament at the end of August, and everything's kind of moving really well on the course. I did order the turf for new tees at CTK, so that is a project that is going to be completely based on funding. I'm going to have all of the turf that I need, but then after that I'll need framing and fill for it. So as I get the money for that, that's how I'll be kind of putting those new tees out there. But those pavers just didn't hold up the way that anybody would hope that they would. The red ones got really slippery, and it became a thing where I would either have to replace half of the tee pads or half of the pavers on the tee pads, or just kind of start from scratch. And the completely new paver tees, because of the recycled turf that I was able to get, is going to be the significantly cheaper option, and for most people, the better option.
I was going to ask what made you decide on turf. I guess what's your overall opinion?
I think turf's great. My only hesitance with it has always been, I don't know how long it lasts, but I bought pavers, which seem to be the thing everywhere else, and I'm replacing them in 6 years, so I don't know how long anything will last. That can't be, part of the deciding factor, I guess. I got these rolls. They're 45 feet long by 5 feet wide, so I can get 3 12-foot tee pads out of every roll. I bought enough turf to do like 21 tee pads, just in case some of it's not in great shape or something like that. And in the grand scheme of things, it's going to be a lot simpler of an installation than more pavers would be. So I'm excited for that.
Absolutely. Anybody else have a thought on turf versus pavers?
Maintenance would be my only issue. Is if they're installed and maintained, I prefer them over concrete. Says a guy who just got a cortisone shot in his knee from playing too much. On great tee boxes, we're lucky to have such good tee boxes.
I think the Giants would prefer the natural grass over turf, but that goes back to our World Cup discussion.
Jets too.
They don't count.
I love turf pads personally. They have great ones at Fox Run Meadows, which I told Jaimen is the course that I kind of think of when I was playing CTK. For me, my shoes just wear out really quickly on pavers. I think I just step in the same spot, or I have fat feet or something. And it always wears out this little part of my shoe. But turf doesn't have that problem. And if they drain well, they're great when it's wet too.
Which means you're consistent. That's a good thing. if you're always hitting the same spot.
That's right.
I think the one thing with tee pads that I've kind of seen mostly across the board is a lot of them seem like they get lumpy over time to various degrees, which you don't really get with concrete or pavers. Now, pavers would get lumpy in different ways, I guess. So I guess it's not really a good comparison. But I feel like most turf tee pads I've liked like the grip in various condition. However, I don't know how it is with shoveling turf tee pads. I've never experienced that. So I'm not sure how well they are in like the winter months. And if they get like crusty with ice or,
It's easier.
Is it?
Yeah. The ice forms into the turf and the shovel can just break it up really easily. So like as long as you just get in there. I went out one time and played Rockwell in Connecticut on some like random February thing, and the tees weren't shoveled and I had my shovel, so I went out and did it, and it was actually significantly easier because with pavers, the ice is stuck until it melts. With turf, the ice is small enough that you can break it up really easily when it's in between the fibers.
What is under a turf tee pad? I actually have no idea like what you build up to lay the turf down.
It's almost the same as pavers. It's crusher run. The thing that you put on a turf tee pad that you don't put on crusher run is actual sand. Some people will for pavers, but like generally you'll see it labeled as paver sand, but it's actually just a finer rock. So it's like a layer of sand. I plan on every year, every 2 years, making sure that layer of sand is staying even in there. But with the turf tees, it's a lot easier to level that out and put it back down again than it is with pavers.
That sounds pretty nice. Yeah.
CPS Thursday Dubs Week 14, there was a tie for second place. Christopher Evanchuk and Jay Gorsage shot at -8. So did Earl Steenberg and Bill Bowen. Nick Alcatraz, Cats, and Tyler the Cannon Gannon are your winners. They shot -11. On Friday, TGI FDR Dubs, Michael Smith and Kyle Young came in third place, shooting a -10. Eric Bossenbrook and Trevor Lambert in second at -11. And your winners, Evan Keogh and Tyler Sackett, shot a -13, including an ace on which looks like hole 6. Not sure which of them threw the ace. Cranmore Dubs League was at Moreau this week. Let's hear from Robo David Martin to find out how it went.
Thanks for coming out tonight, everyone. The course and weather were great tonight, and we managed to be out around 8:20 this evening, after I finally decided to try 2 threesomes instead of 1 sixsome. Callie Logan took first place tonight with -7, and didn't even have to split the winnings with anyone. Jason Court took second at -6, while Hans and Mark took last cash third place at -5. I unfortunately all but bogeyed the CTP tonight, announcing it would be on hole 12, then forgetting to hand the flag to a card, so I changed it to hole 2 on the fly, and sent a push notification, but not everyone got it. One card made their own flag for 12, and another player was in the same general vicinity, so I let both players pick a disc, with Logan choosing a Doomsday Oxymoron, and Volance choosing a TSA Synapse donated by Eric. Mark won the CTP on 2, but didn't need any more discs. Finally, no aces tonight, though I personally witnessed a thumber come very close to hitting 16. That means $1,011,110 in binary notation will be up for grabs next week, 7/24 Blues at CTK.
SPW Dubs League, Randy and Patrick played. Randy, you played with Joe Jaskolka. How'd that go?
It went pretty great. I decided to bring out the range as my putting putter just to see if it actually worked or if it was a one-off kind of event at the Circuit Challenge. And it went pretty well, but Joe's such a good putter. And like the normal strategy, I guess, when I play is to just have the other person putt first. So I didn't have to make any like 15 footers, which is kind of what I should have been testing out. But I made a handful of like 30 footers, which was great. So I'm not fully set on switching putters, but I might. But yeah, we were really ham and eggs. It was great. He made all the putts. I did a lot of the driving.
And you guys ended up tied for second at -9.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick, you played with your nemesis, our nemesis, Brandon Klein. How'd that go?
Our shared nemesis, yeah. It went super well. It's the third one I've gone to in a row at SPW where he's been my partner, and our games are pretty similar. So it's funny, but also frustrating. But we played super well, and we had a great time. We played with Kate Clay and Rob Gerstmann. I feel like we were just trading birdies most of the holes. We missed that like easy par 4, which was frustrating, but otherwise, got the ones we were supposed to get, didn't get the long ones, and had a good time. We like counting who's doing better in terms of which drives we're taking when we play together, because if there's cash to split at the end, like there was $5 to split, so I took 3 and he took 2. But he'll probably get me next time.
And nobody bought an ice cream for the other?
No ice cream truck there.
All right. Well, you guys tied also for second with Randy and Joe at 9 down, and Jay Malloy and Benji Farrell are your winners. They shot 10 down. Looks like Tucker and Mark Davidson had the only eagle. They eagled 14. And also I notice, Pat, on J-Dubs Points Championship Week 17, you're Patrick Jeffries. And for Friday Dubs, you're just Patrick Jeffries. Do you notice that? You had 2 T's on the J-Dubs?
I noticed I had it at Prospect, and I thought Gorsage did that. I don't know what's causing that difference.
Are you concerned that's going to affect your overall scoring, like your rating in the DG Leagues app, or no?
I feel like it would affect my reputation because it's kind of sketchy to have your name spelled different ways in different places.
I would agree. All right.
I don't know. I better think about that.
Corey, what did you do this weekend?
Same weekend as Warwick was the Boondock Battle out in Cortland at the Greek Peak Ski Resort.
What made you decide to go to that instead of Warwick?
I love playing Warwick. That place gets a way higher talent pool. I have a way less chance of, cashing or competing at their level. And typically after the first day, after playing a practice round on Friday as well, I'm like, this is too much. I'm already gassed and I have another day of 2 full rounds. And I kind of really like the course at Greek Peak. There's also a lake there if it's a hot weekend, and there's camping basically right on site. So it's pretty fun. It's a little bit further of a drive than Warwick, but I've been there a few times the past couple of years. So
that's in Cortland, New York?
Yeah, Cortland, New York. It's like 15 minutes south of Cortland, but basically Cortland, yeah.
I mean, both of them were in the mid-50s as far as players.
Yeah, the open division for the longest time only had a handful of people. I know me and Kyle Hirsch were kind of on the fence of playing Warwick versus Boondock, and then as more people from our area kind of like put their hat in the ring, we decided to switch over to Boondock. And after that, more people started joining open, and we ended up having a pretty good field of 20 people. And MA1, almost had 10 people as well. We had some friends in that one too.
Leighton Scott finally got a rating boost, 919.
Yeah, that was after the Helderberg got retracted.
I felt really bad for people.
I meant to ask you about that, Randy. So the Helderberg actually counted in ratings for a minute?
Yeah, so I learned something this year. So because XC tiers are now like used for other purposes like flex starts instead of just like unrated rounds, you actually have to specify when you register an XC tier if it's going to be rated or not. I had no clue. So it was rated for about 2 hours. I woke up at 7 a.m. or that's a lie. I got to work at 6. But Kyle Hirsch messaged me at 7 a.m. saying that Helderberg counted. I sent the PDGA an email, and within 2 hours, it was unrated again. But a handful of people took huge rating bumps from that tournament and then got dropped back down. So, sorry to Melissa Calabria and Leighton Scott, because I think Leighton's dropped double digits from that tournament.
It was plus 70, and it went to plus 40 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pat, you'll appreciate that your rival, Brandon Klein, bumped over 900, I think, for the first time. And then when they removed the Berg, it dropped back down to 898.
I took that away from him.
We're all congratulating him on the Lemonheads chat, and then he dropped right back.
Yeah, so a pretty big group of us actually camped at Greek Peak for this. We had myself, Kyle Hirsch, Jason Gorsage, Justin Muccelli, Megan Mercier, Justin Park, Duncan Farquharson, and Leighton Scott. 8 people. Yeah, so we had 8 people all made the trip out there. Gorsage played MP40, Leighton Scott played MA1, Megan played FPO, and the rest of us played an MPO. Went out there Friday, got a practice round in with Kyle, Duncan, and Gorsage. We were supposed to be playing long to long and then short to short first round. So, you kind of get some extra shots in, but that is not a course you're going to play 2 loops around. So after that, got all our campus stuff set up, hung out at the lodge for a little bit. I had a nice Friday fish fry. They have a pretty nice restaurant right at the lodge. Come Saturday, the forecast was not good. They were forecasting a ton of rain, a ton of wind. Literally, as soon as round 1 started is when the weather started coming down. And it was, the downpours were pretty frequent. I don't really think there's any point during the round where the rain actually let up fully. After I think most people had gotten through 8 to 10 holes, we had a lightning delay, seek shelter. After the first strike, it's 30 minutes, and then every strike, resets the clock. So at the beginning, we didn't know how long the rain delay was going to last. Pretty quickly, they decided that after looking at the forecast, there was even a bigger storm coming on later in the afternoon. So they pretty quickly, shut down the second round. We were not going to play 2 rounds that day. After about an hour, we go back out to the course. I think probably the next like 6 to 7 holes for most people, the weather was just as garbage. It was still raining out. People are running out of towels. My umbrella leaks, which I found out. I need to buy a new one of those. It's got pinholes everywhere.
How'd it get pinholes?
From me using it as a machete probably to clear out weeds to look for discs.
Okay.
If I had to guess, or trying to like pull a lost disc out from the weeds. But I know for at least my card, the last 2 holes, the rain actually let up. Last 2 or 3 holes. After round 1, I believe Leighton Scott was tied in the lead for MA1. MPO, myself and Chelly were just above the cash line. I think Duncan was in second behind Matt Miller, who was the only player to actually throw under par with a 1 down, which was 1027 rated. I think Kyle Hirsch was sitting in 4th. And also Gorsage had a pretty rough round, so he was 6 strokes off the lead. The problem is we were all camping and they canceled the second round, but the rain came in hard at 5 o'clock and we're all tenting. So we basically had nowhere to go as far as like, back to the campsite to hang out. So we're struggling to figure out how we spend the next 6 hours of our day. They have like a water park and an arcade at the lodge. So, we went over there and checked out the arcade for a little bit. And then we decided to go to Applebee's, which they also brought back the $1 margaritas. So we went up to Cortland, hung out at Applebee's, tried to stay out of the rain for a bit. And then even, we come back, it's like 6:30, 7 o'clock, and it's still downpouring. Luckily, for the most part, all of our tents stayed dry, and all of our clothes and belongings. And we had about an hour or so to hang out once the storm ended, of like no rain for hitting the sheets. Also, as part of the, registering, they had like some free coupons for stuff. Like you got a free drink at the lodge. I think there was one for free food that I didn't use. There was also a free ride on the chairlift up the ski mountain. So Sunday morning, it was tea times. We were all playing long to long again like we did on Saturday. We had time to all go down to the Cortland diner and have a good breakfast. Gorsage and Megan had an earlier round, so they kind of went to the course after. Myself and Kyle, we didn't play until almost around noon. So we had time to pack up our stuff and then use the free chairlift ride. So we headed over to the mountain, chairlift ride. Kyle's never been on a chairlift before, which is kind of funny. As I've been snowboarding my whole life, and I guess you kind of take certain things not for granted, but it's kind of normalized. It's kind of funny watching someone go on a chairlift for the first time.
I did that there's a place in Pennsylvania, some mountain, and scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, you're kind of sitting in a chair, not buckled in, like 40 feet up in the air.
Yeah.
And it's funny because one thing he says, like, at least in the winter, like you fall in the snow. It's like, bro, I don't know what you think the snow feels like, but most of it is hard compact and feels like concrete. Like you're not just gonna like fall into the snow. But yeah, Sunday's weather was way better. It was basically perfect t-shirt in short weather. The sun was shining, no rain, a bit windy.
Was it pink t-shirt weather?
No, I didn't even have pink shorts on. I just had like blue dressy shorts on.
That's what I meant.
I don't know if that helped or hurt me or not, but yeah. So basically, final day, final round. I personally was kind of struggling, but had some really good scrambles. Got a few birdies together. Was able to move the leaderboard a couple positions. Justin Michelli, he threw like an above average round and came up above the cash line. And 8th place, I think top 9 cashed.
Showing that Justin was last cash, 8th place.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, 8. I had a pretty good second round, shot 1,009 to come in 4th place, but Kyle was kind of popping off throughout the round. I forgot what I said. After the first round, he was back by 4 strokes.
5.
Oh, was it 5?
Well, Matt Miller had a 61. He had a 66.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was looking at Duncan's score. Kyle, round 2, was kind of crushing it. I think he bogeyed the first hole, but from there, like the next 10 holes or something like that, he picked up, I think, 7 birdies and the rest pars. So at that point, he's basically battling for the lead. And Duncan was still just a couple strokes behind him, having a pretty good round. Once my round finished, I was able to watch, Matt Miller and Kyle Hirsch kind of come down the stretch. Hole 18 is like a round killer. It's almost 900 feet, slightly downhill, but the wind is always switching. There's OB, not so much where your drive will land, but the approach to the basket is all surrounded by OB. and the basket is on top of like a chairlift arm with 2 chairs on it, and the basket's on top of that. So the basket is probably up in the air like, I don't know, 10 feet, 12 feet. Like the base of the basket is up there by 12 feet. So Matt and Kyle both had pretty good drives. Matt on his second shot, I think he shot his first and put it to within like 10 feet. Kyle's put his to probably about 25. Kyle's up first to putt, and this is kind of one of the instances where being further away from the basket actually makes a better putt because you're not so like straight up and down. But with the wind blowing, Kyle drained his 25-footer, and even Matt's 15-foot putt is not a gimme, and he hits his. So they go to the playoff, which is kind of weirdly, you'd have to know the course, but it's hole 1, hole 17, and hole 18. Hole 1, they had a long tee pad position put in compared to last year, so now it makes it an 840-foot throw. Kyle kind of fluffed his drive. Matt had a pretty good one. They both kind of fluffed their second shot, so they're in similar positions. Their third shot is kind of blind over a hill, and behind the basket is Hope Lake. So I think within like 30 feet is the water, OB. I think Matt put his to maybe, 25, 30 feet, and Kyle's was just ahead of his. Matt hits the putt for par. Kyle has to hit his to match, and I think he came up just wide of the basket to lose the one-hole playoff. But he did shoot a 1046 rated round, 6 down to get there.
Nice. This was a B tier?
This was a B tier, yep.
Did that have any consideration in your choice for Warwick or there?
B tiers would be a little bit cheaper, kind of a little bit less of an investment, have a better chance to cash. I'm sure I would have got my ass kicked at Warwick. And, before I think I was kind of trying to hit A tier goals as far as numbers. I think it's a lot easier to do now, or at least I'm getting better at getting to them, playing in them. But I think Jaimen's mentioned it before. I don't necessarily need to play a bunch of A tiers. Like having a really good B tier is kind of a lot. It's worth going to a really good B tier. So I figured this time I tried skipping Warwick and come down here instead.
Yeah. So you came in 4th, Duncan 3rd, Kyle in 2nd, and Matt Miller, your winner. Tournament director Rick Powell and assistant tournament director Eric Tripany. The Boondock Battle at Greek Peak. Do you know either of those guys? Eric Tripany name sounds familiar.
Yeah, Eric Tripp. Greg mentioned him. He's from CNY. He's a cool dude. Rick Powell, I kind of know from that area. He's more Binghamton area, but yeah, they're good guys.
Looks like Megan Mercier won the FPO division. Leighton Scott came in 2nd in MA1. Jay Gorsage 2nd in MP40. Any other notables?
Bobby Jones was there in MP60, but John Rose beat out Casey Cummings for the win there. The rest of the divisions are pretty small.
Yeah. Well, this one had 52? I think Warwick had 52 or 53. So we're not totally away from the tournament selling out in 2 minutes. What was the one? Didn't Greg post one that sold out in like 2 minutes?
Jeff did. New Hampshire State Champs or something.
That's what I meant. Jeff, Greg, they're the same person.
Ringe, that's the tournament at Ringe. It's on a private property with a castle and sold out, like they say, in 38 seconds or whatever, because it's once a year shot.
Yeah, it's been doing that for probably 20 years now.
Rick Williams beat me there. That's how short that course is.
Like I said, Friday was decent weather. Saturday was complete garbage all day. It rained, and Sunday was good. And I still had a great weekend. It was really fun to hang out with, like I said, those 7 other people. And that's kind of what I get more out of a disc golf tournament now is like the hang and like the playing the disc golf is fun, and all that stuff. But it's kind of like, these more than 1 day rounds, or even the 1 day rounds. I kind of like the other stuff almost more.
No, I get you. Skylands Friday Handicap League was on Saturday. Tibor came in 3rd place, Rob Valecki in 2nd, and Mike Baglioni is your winner. On Sunday, we got Sassafras Sunday Solos at Dove Handicap League. 3-way tie for 2nd place. Will, Jim Burns, and Matt Beaver all shot even par handicaps. Millie Smith took it down with a -1. Long Island Sunday doubles, there was a tie for 2nd place at -8. Matthew and John Burns tied PJ Lowell and Dylan Schmalfus. Philip Rascona and Timmy Taveri are your winners. They shot -9. Wedge had their July monthly. In the C pool, Neil Jaggernath came in 3rd place, Victor Marty in 2nd, and Nathan Marty is your winner. Simon Ramon won the B pool. Over in the A pool, Sean Ryan came in 3rd place, John J.P. Hafner in 2nd, and Nate Stewart is your winner, shot -8. I thought we'd take a couple minutes just to talk about upcoming events, because there's a bunch. I don't know if anybody is aware of this, but this weekend is the DisCap Monthly at Porcupine Springs, Greg.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
We'll have a bonfire.
Ooh. Is Corey bringing some materials? Because he's good at collecting it.
I know Greg doesn't have as many couches as I do.
That I probably don't have, but I got a few more trees. But yeah.
Yeah, I would much rather have burning trees than burning couches. And just saying.
I bet you the pine in those trees is going to be a lot more caustic than the wood frame in this couch.
Don't think that's a good bet.
So that's this Saturday. And then is Sunday a definite thing, Greg? The 26th? The doubles?
Nothing's in stone. There'll be plenty of people wandering around. So come on up, bring somebody. We'll take your money, whatever you want to do.
And what's the time frame to show up and be able to play on Saturday?
For Saturday's Flex, I'll be there, 8:30ish until, I don't want people signing up after 4 o'clock because then they're out there till dark. So yeah, anytime from 9 to 4 is great.
All right. Alex, the Scramble's open for registration, right?
Correct. Yep. And there are plenty of spots open. Yeah, it turns out when you don't advertise at all, people don't sign up right away. But yeah, plenty of spots open, but please register as soon as you can. Makes it easier to order players packs and things like that. And the earlier you order, if you get in before the end of August, chances are you'll get a personalized mini. So, just sign up. If you want to play, sign up.
What are the dates for that?
Saturday singles is the 5th of September, and Sunday doubles is the 6th of September.
All right.
Quick question. I guess I never really knew the answer to this, but is there a cutoff date to where you don't have to guarantee someone a player's pack?
You mean just in general?
In general, if registration is open till the day before the tournament and someone signs up day of, are you supposed to just guess that you have to get more than anticipated? What if 20 people sign up the day?
Hell yeah, man. Yep. Nobody's ever considered a TD and what they have to put into anything when they wrote the rules.
I thought that was the case, but it just seems really ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
As far as I know, I think you're supposed to be able to provide, the same value for every player that signs up. So if you've got players packs that need to be ordered way beforehand, I think you cut it off.
I'd also imagine that really stunts the growth of really great players packs.
100%. I will never do anything that's even size-wise, let alone personalized.
Yeah.
I think they're amazing and they're great, but just the headache of it, it's just not worth it for me.
Randy and Alex, you guys both did events recently where participation was important and you had to order stuff. Randy, do you have any bergs left to sell from the Helderberg too?
Yeah, we have a handful. We were lucky that a handful of people also wanted to buy some that day. And I think we've had 3 or 4 people reach out saying they wanted to buy them. So we might have 5 left over in all, which is really lucky. But we also priced it so that we didn't have to sell every single one to make the money back. So we were okay, even with the turnout we got, pretty much.
It worked out, Randy, because Adam Nelson was at Prospect Dubs tonight selling the last 6 of them type thing.
Oh, all right.
So,
Awesome.
Nope, you guys nailed that number good.
And I think you underpriced them, if you ask me. But
yeah, we basically sold them at cost. I think the day of sales, we were making 25 cents. We just rounded up to the dollar. That's about it.
And Alex, do you have any from the Circuit Challenge left to sell?
No more left from the Circuit Challenge. We actually ordered a few more than we thought we were going to need, but then people signed up right to the end and we filled it out.
I didn't like that you said you could buy us another disc but not use it.
That's the rules. So the watermelon disc is typically intended as a fundraiser for clubs and stuff like that. MVP knows they're pretty collectible and people end up really liking them, and you can generally sell them for a significant amount more than you buy them for. But
like eBay or something.
Yeah, eBay or, any of the millions of Facebook groups that you can sell them on or whatever.
Yeah.
But, you don't want it to be like a pay to win type of situation, especially with the group of discs that we had for this one. If you had bought a Tempo, which was the watermelon disc for this one, I think you would have a pretty significant advantage over people who hadn't bought a Tempo with this specific set of discs. So we wanted to avoid that. We wanted to keep everybody on even footing as much as possible.
The mistake I made at the Berg tournament was I grabbed 2 discs of the same color, so I didn't know which one was my driver and which one was my putter. Mind you, as far as wear, they probably have about the same amount of wear. So I guess in a way it was good, but I would throw one for the drive, and then whichever one I didn't use, I would use for the putt. So I was weird like that. But it worked out. Like I said, I think they both have the same amount of wear. Another event, I mentioned it last week, Sir Didymus's Defense. Be a part of history at Riverside Disc Golf Course as we host our first ever PDGA sanctioned tournament on Sunday, August 2nd. This fun, affordable amateur event is part of the PDGA TD Academy, and I'm thrilled to be running my first sanctioned tournament. That's Stacy Blasdell. No PDGA membership required, $15 non-member fee waived. Registration includes 2 discs and a mini marker, trophies for division winners. Spots are limited. Sign up and join us for a great day of disc golf. Jaimen, do you know anything about the TD Academy?
It's something that you can sign up for, and it kind of teaches you how to be a TD. I signed up for it and then have not done any of it.
Well, you've been a TD for like a decade, no?
Yeah, I was certainly a little bit backwards when I signed up for it. I was more just I wanted to see what they had to say, but I never finished it. I think Terry Hudson did it. It's a great idea. I think TDs definitely need a lot more support, and the tournaments would probably be better off by being a lot more standardized and people doing things the same way as other people. But yeah.
Absolutely. As of right now, it looks like they got 14 spots available. Tournament director Stacy Blasdell, Laura Wise is the assistant tournament director. I do plan on signing up myself, but only 14 spots, 13 if you count me. Well, Jaimen, don't you have, I'm trying to think, it starts with a B.
The Bat and Kill Open. That's at the end of August. It's the week before the Stony Kill Scramble. Pro Day is going to be Saturday. Am Day is going to be Sunday. I'm not doing the alternating divisions thing like I have in the past because there's an Am event at Wilcox that weekend. So I'm going to put all AMs on Sunday so that if anybody who's playing that Saturday tournament wants to play a Sunday tournament, they can.
I appreciate that.
Yep.
That makes absolute sense for why you're doing that. But do you like how you did it in the past as far as mixing up the divisions so that it gives you a chance to play up or no?
Yes and no. It kind of works out. One of the side effects is that some of the like on the line pros just played down. It's nice to see people play the course more, but I think it was a little unfair for the actual AM1 field to have, basically just whoever played the day before duking it out again on the second day. But like it's in the rules. The answer is probably everybody in our area just for once in their disc golf careers, just look at the guidelines of what the divisions are supposed to be and then play them. But that ship sailed a long time ago.
Are there any other events that anybody has coming up that they'd like to mention?
The Electricity Classic is on August 1st.
Is that full?
No, it's currently 44 out of 72.
Okay, nice. I think we're going to jump in on that one.
You don't have to. I mean, you should.
Yeah?
But you don't have to.
Okay, I was aware of that. Thank you.
That's at CPS, right?
Yep, Central Park Schenectady.
Say again the date on that one?
August 1st.
So maybe I could for that. I was thinking it was going to be the next weekend, and I would end up not being able to do it because of Am Worlds.
Registration closes the day before on July 30th, but
or because Alex, you wanted to play Sir Didymus's Defense in Riverside in Port Jervis on Sunday, August 2nd. Theoretically, I mean, it's not impossible.
It is a fun course.
Yeah, you played it. What's your rating?
I don't do ratings. I don't like them.
That's fair.
It was a super fun course. I think it's exactly what that community needs down there. You're kind of starting off with, that's like a perfect course for everybody to learn on. And it's got some really nice distance through the woods. 2 and 7 were my favorite. I think 7 overall, but hole 2 was a really cool hole also. Yeah, it was super fun.
Did you play one round there?
Yep.
What tee pads?
I just kind of played a mishmash of them. The one thing that kind of made the course a little bit tricky was that the only tee that has a tee sign is the middle one. So I wasn't always 100% sure where I was, but I was just kind of like playing from whatever tee the path led me to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wasn't super picky. It was like me and Taylor were driving back from a quick weekend away, and we were driving on the highway. And I was like, oh, Port Jervis, want to play some disc golf quick?
Greg, do you play any dubs throughout the week?
I've been playing Prospect Park dubs on Mondays, was playing Stony Kill. We got to talk about the fact that poor Stony Kill got destroyed. You guys talked about that last week?
We've talked about it. They haven't been doing dubs. They have been doing a work day during dubs time, and you get bonus points in dubs. Do we have any kind of update on that, Alex?
Nothing particularly new. I know people have been out there and doing a lot of work, and I know they're planning to do this again. Well, by the time people hear this, it'll be the day after. I assume they're going to keep doing it until the course is back open again. From what I saw, and Randy, I know you saw more of the course than I did last week, it seems like there's a good chunk of the course that is clear at this point. Maybe not perfect, but safe and playable. So knock on wood, it's seeming like we're going to be back up and running relatively soon.
Yeah, the back nine is what I would say is playable. There's no Widowmakers. There's just like some sticks. I think like if people just started playing it and throwing sticks off the fairway as they played, like it would be back in action. The front nine, unfortunately, does have some dangerous trees that I think a professional is going to have to deal with. But yeah, I think only a handful more work days of people just cleaning up. It's going to be great.
Well, fortunately for Alex, he would play a double loop of the back nine because that's his favorite because it has hole 10.
True.
There's that. Have you been out there, Greg?
Yeah. What happened a day or two ago after the big destruction on hole 12, we lost another 2 or 3 trees on the left side on fairway 12. So just that whole hillside just continues to get abused. Alex, my guess is holes 1 and 2 are never coming back. And we just need to keep pressing the town to let us get back into those holes we were developing over by 14. I mean, I'm assuming that's the plan. Is that your guess?
Yeah, my instinct is 1 and 2 are definitely not coming back in their current position. I think Jay Gorsage had the initial idea, but there was talks about playing from hole 1's current tee pad to hole 3's basket and, cutting through, the dead and making something there as a par 4. I don't know if that's a thing. I'd certainly like to look at that.
Logistically, it makes sense on a map, but that's like the densest part of the disaster.
Well, I guess it really comes down to how much the logging company is going to take.
Right.
And, how much work it would be to make that happen. But certainly not in the same form that they were. You're not going to have the hallway shot of hole 1 anymore, which is, sad to think about because I think that was a really iconic hole. That's how it goes.
So if the town doesn't let you guys go back to those other holes, is it just going to add those, like for the 14 A and B back in there for the time being?
That's how I see it going for the scramble, is playing 3 through 18 with 14 B and C. That being said, I can't really think of another way to do it unless there's some significant redesign happening. I would very much like to see us be able to push into the backwoods there a little bit. They've got a lot of space back there, but I know the town has some plans, and I don't want the town upset at us because we keep bugging them to try and use more land.
Yeah. You only get so many questions with those kind of movers and shakers a year.
It sounds like, based on what Randy said, that until there's some professional removal, it won't be playable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I heard they're going to be there on Tuesday, so it might be happening.
Sometime soon, for sure.
Yeah. Gene was meeting with them today.
That's cool. Anybody got time for a quiz?
I got to get going, unfortunately. Sorry.
No, that's cool.
If you were going to ask 9 minutes later, I was going to leave, but you got it in time.
I'm going to get going because of the latency issues. I'm also going to hopefully have a new laptop next week.
Ooh. Woo. All right. Anything before you go, Jaimen?
Just sign up for Bat and Kill. There's also a quick flex at Jenkinsville the second week in August. I think it's the 9th. That's going to be a lot of fun that people should sign up for.
What day is that?
Oh, a Sunday.
It's a Sunday. Okay. Evan, what do you got coming up? Anything?
No, unfortunately, the next, I'm going to miss the Prospect Flex and the electricity. We have some vacation plans. So just been playing casual rounds and then trying to schedule my summer battle match with JJ sometime in the near future.
I think you mean the electricity, not electricity.
Yeah, what you said. Yeah, I'm bummed to miss that. I like that one, but it is what it is.
Anybody else got to get going? All right. Well, thank you, Evan and Jaimen.
Thanks, Pat. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
So we got 5 folks. Greg, who do you want as a partner?
Oh, I want the family man there. I want Mr. Bemis.
Woo. All right. So you want to go you and Randy versus the field? Corey, Pat, and Alex? Or do you want a third person?
We don't need no stinking help.
All right. I wanted to hear you say it. Let me just write that down and we'll get going because Corey's got shit to do.
I'm eating old breakfast sausage and corned beef hash.
Wow.
What's your fiber game like, Corey?
I'm sure I get it somewhere.
I'm not.
I eat a nice oat bread when I'm having my PB&Js for lunch. I think there's some fiber in there.
All right. I just worry about you sometimes.
I be pooping. Don't worry.
All right. Greg, since it's just you and Randy, you guys do get to go first. I've got 3 categories of disc or no disc. Would you like category 1, category 2, or category 3? Greg and Randy.
Category 1 is fine.
Let's do it.
All right. Question 1, category 1. Later co-opted by surfers and turtles, what expression of enthusiasm was first popularized by the TV series Howdy Doody? Later co-opted by surfers and turtles, what expression of enthusiasm was first popularized by the TV series Howdy Doody?
I still think it's cowabunga.
Oh, okay.
I don't know that. What else did the turtles say? The Ninja Turtles, right?
Oh, those turtles. I was thinking Finding Nemo. So you're right. It's got to be cowabunga from Teenage Mutant. Oh my God, I can't say that fast. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
You guys agree?
Yes.
Is the cowabunga a disc?
Ooh, is there an Australian manufacturer? I don't know. I like the sound of it, but
I do too. I like it.
But have you ever seen it anywhere?
No, never
right.
heard of it.
I don't know.
It does sound like a little bit of a
I'm tempted
stretch.
to say no.
Okay. I like going bold, going with a no.
Let's go no. Pat, we're going to say no.
You guys agree?
Yep.
You are correct.
Nice.
All right, Corey, Pat, and Alex. Cap. Corey, Alex, and Pat. Cap. Category 1, Category 2, or Category 3?
I vote 3.
Yeah, let's go 3.
Sure. Going with 3? All right, question 1, Category 3. What animal has a transparent inner eyelid that helps it see underwater and protect it from wood chips when it cuts trees? What animal has a transparent inner eyelid that helps it see underwater and protects it from wood chips when it cuts trees?
I mean, I don't know this, but it sounds like a beaver.
Yeah, I mean,
Sure does.
It sure
what else cuts
does.
trees.
You're not supposed to help them, Greg.
Well,
I know a thing or two about beavers and what they can do. I'd
Yeah,
say
you do.
The answer is beaver.
I concur.
Sure.
You guys agree?
Yep.
Is the beaver a disc?
And of a beaver?
I could kind of see it. I mean, it's a pretty North American animal.
It should be a disc. I've never seen one.
I'm
I
surprised
like it.
cowabunga wasn't, but I kind of feel like beaver.
Yeah, I would have said yes for cowabunga.
Alex, you're the local disc.
Yeah.
My instinct is yes. Anytime we've got an animal, it seems like a yes to me.
Yeah,
Let's go
I agree. Let's go yes.
You guys agree?
Yep.
Daredevil Discs, January
Nice.
19th, 2007.
Daredevil.
One round in, we're tied. Greg and Randy, would you guys like Category 1 or Category 3? Category 2 will be saved for a later date.
stay the course. Does that sound okay, Randy?
Yeah, let's do at least another one.
Number 1.
All right, question 2, Category 1. What word, usually repeated 3 times, was popularized in a 1997 episode of Seinfeld, where George Costanza becomes suspicious when his girlfriend uses it to gloss over crucial, scandalous details of her life? What word, usually repeated 3 times, was popularized in a 1997 episode of Seinfeld, where George Costanza becomes suspicious when his girlfriend uses it to gloss over crucial, scandalous details of her life?
Oh, Jesus.
I wish I had Evan.
I mean, I like Seinfeld, but I don't know.
What would they say 3 times?
All I can think of is that stupid commercial of oi, oi, oi. I got nothing here.
Nope, I got no clue. I'm not too confident the other team's gonna know it, so we'll find out. Suspicious? I don't know.
No guess. I don't have a guess.
No, I don't know.
All right, so you're going with suspicious?
Yeah, that's what we're going with.
Cap, Corey, Alex, and Pat. What word, usually repeated 3 times, was popularized in a 1997 episode of Seinfeld, where George Costanza becomes suspicious when his new girlfriend uses it to gloss over crucial, scandalous details of her life?
Isn't cap a bad thing?
It's like a lie. It's like
Okay.
It's not necessarily a bad thing. They're looking for yada.
Yeah, they sure are.
You guys agree?
Corey, did you know that?
Nope.
You know, yada yada yada.
Yada, yada, yada.
Yada, yada, yada.
Oi, oi, oi.
So
you yada
close.
yada over the best part. I mentioned the
Yeah.
disc.
I think of it as 2, like you just said. You yada yada over the best part, but I guess they do 3 sometimes too.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Like
Yada,
when they're
yada,
talking
yada.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, yada. I think we're happy with that.
In that part, they were describing it. They weren't using it, if that makes sense.
Mm.
When they say you yada yada over the best part. Never mind. Is the yada a disc?
It certainly seems like it would be a disc.
Yeah,
No,
I'd say it's
I don't
anti-bait.
know.
I think it's a good answer for yes.
I'm not upset with yes. Honestly, I said it sounds like a disc, but it doesn't really sound like a disc to me. But I'm not upset with it.
Yeah, I was curious why it sounds like a disc. It doesn't to me. But Corey said
Yeah, neither does
anti-bait.
the Statue of Liberty or the freaking Great Library, whatever those U.S. Capitol building. So yes,
Let's go yes. If
You
feel
going
that
yes?
way.
you're going
Going
yes.
yes.
I'm sorry, no.
Oh,
But that was a steal. You're up 3-2. Would you like 3-1 or 2-3?
Pat, you pick.
No, I'm. Oh, wait.
I thought that's where you're going at first, too. To be honest.
Yeah, it was
chef's choice.
Patrick.
Yeah, I can do Patrick. I could have changed my freaking name on here again. Okay,
So you got 3-1 or 2-3.
let's do 3 and Or 2 and 3. Sorry. Yeah, 2 and 3.
Sure.
Question 2, category 3, located in modern-day Iraq and built by King Nebuchadnezzar II for his homesick wife. What type of agricultural structure made up one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world? Located in modern-day Iraq and built by King Nebuchadnezzar II for his homesick wife. What type of agricultural structure made up one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world?
Wait, don't tell me. I'm trying to think of Civilization 6. Is it not the Hanging Gardens?
That was the first thing that I thought of.
Agricultural.
I mean, gardens are agricultural.
Yeah.
Kinda.
I guess that's the only guess I got.
Oh, man. Yeah, nothing came to mind.
I don't know all the 7 wonders by heart, but it's the only one that's coming to mind that's even vaguely agricultural.
Sounds botanical. I was picturing like a giant, I don't know, raised like land structure. But I don't know. I like your guys' guess because that's better than what I said.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of like agricultural is like hanging gardens or some type of aqueduct, but that doesn't sound like anything I've heard before other than being a good structure. I guess hanging garden, I guess.
Yeah.
You guys agree?
Alex?
Yes. Let's go with yes.
We're just looking for garden.
Sure. Okay.
The fact that it was hanging is a bonus. Is the garden a disc?
The garden?
I don't like the garden.
Lame name.
I could see it, but I also don't want to see it. So I guess I'm going no. I'm going to be more of a sheep after blowing it on Yada.
Yada. My gut tells me no.
All right, let's go no.
You guys agree?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You are correct.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So two rounds in, it's 5-2, but it's not over yet, Greg.
Nope.
You got time. You got question 3 in 1 or question 3 in 2.
How you feeling about sayings, Greg?
I'm okay with sayings.
All right. We're 50-50 so far, but
all right,
let's do another one.
Going with 1?
Bring it on.
All right. Question 3, category 1 in the sitcom How I Met Your Mother. What is Barney Stinson's favorite multi-syllable adjective used to describe something incredibly epic, frequently separated by the phrase, wait for it? In the sitcom How I Met Your Mother, what is Barney Stinson's favorite multi-syllable adjective used to describe something incredibly epic, frequently separated by the phrase, wait for it?
Do you know, Greg?
I've never even heard of this show. How I Met Your Mother?
In my college apartment, we had it playing on a projector like 24/7. We just like let it loop through the entire series. That would be Legend. Wait for it. Dairy.
You agree, Greg?
You're saying dairy?
Legendary.
Legendary? Legendary. I'm on. I like it.
You guys agree?
Yep.
Is the Legendary a disc?
Woohoo! It's a great name for a disc, but that doesn't really mean much, right?
Yeah, it's hard to picture that on a disc. Like the Legend sounds like a good disc.
I don't know. Are we going to get dinged if we add an extra suffix on here?
I think
or
he's specific on this one.
It's got to be Legendary.
Well, I can go with you, Randy, and say no. We're going to just stop at Legend.
It's a lot of no's so far.
It's
tough. Could be a yes. Could be a no night. Who knows?
Choose.
What's your gut?
Choose wisely.
It's a lot of letters on a disc, right?
Yeah, I don't love it either.
All right, let's go no there, Pat.
We can go no until we're wrong.
You guys agree?
Mm-hmm.
Prodiscus has the Legend.
Jesus Christ.
But not the Legendary. You are correct. It's Legend with an A at the end. But that's Prodiscus, October 25th, 2011. But you guys get credit for it. You're down 1 point, but you're also a question in the hole. Cap, do you want 4 in 1 or 3 in 3?
I'm kind of leaning more towards 3 than 1.
Same.
Corey hasn't watched anything not on YouTube in a decade.
I have seen How I Met Your Mother, and I can picture him saying it now, but I would not have gotten that.
I would have gotten it, but
okay. So
I still feel like 3.
Okay, let's go to 3.
All right, question 3, category 3. Bill Monroe is widely considered the father of which genre of American roots music, characterized by fast tempos, acoustic stringed instruments, and high-pitched vocal harmonies? Bill Monroe is widely considered the father of which genre of American roots music, characterized by fast tempos, acoustic stringed instruments, and high-pitched vocal harmonies?
That's a bluegrass.
I was gonna say, is it just grass? like I was gonna say grass roots, but
no, it's definitely bluegrass.
I think Alex is 100% right.
Oh, really? What do you know about the topic, Pat?
No.
Oh, what?
Oh yeah, bluegrass.
Billy Strings, huge fan. He loves Bill Monroe.
Do you guys agree?
I agree.
Yes.
Yep.
Is the bluegrass a disc?
Ooh.
Oh,
Gotta be.
There's been a lot of no's, and I like it more than a lot of things we've heard so far.
So you're voting yes?
I would vote yes.
I also vote yes.
I
You
live
guys
in
agree?
the Bluegrass State, Kentucky. Yeah, let's go yes.
Appalachian Discs, March 2nd, 2026. I will say that I used a very similar, if not the same exact question at Mindkill, but there was only like 15 people there that heard it. So
I thought it sounded.
I thought
a
I
little
was
bit
going.
familiar.
Yeah, I thought I was going crazy for a second. So
That's the first time I've ever heard it before.
but we're halfway through. It is 7-4 cap over Greg and Randy. Greg and Randy, you want question 4 in 1 or question 4 in 3?
Ambivalent.
I feel like we have a better chance, I think, of them not knowing one from category 1 and us stealing it. So maybe we switch to 3.
Okay, I can go with that. I can go. I like that reasoning.
All right, I think we're zigging.
All right, so you're going with question 4, category 3.
Mm-hmm.
Originating from a Latin word meaning command or realm, what word describes the British sovereign state that, at its peak in 1920, covered nearly a quarter of Earth's land area? Originating from a Latin word meaning command or realm, what word describes the British sovereign state that, at its peak in 1920, covered nearly a quarter of Earth's land area?
Well, I'm thinking British Empire.
Yep, I'm thinking empire, but I'm also baffled that 1920 was when it had its most reach. That's crazy.
Right?
They were in charge up to World War One. Britain was,
Yeah.
They had India and Africa, and they were big time.
Mm-hmm.
What were the times like back then, Greg?
He was only a teenager. How would he know, Corey?
I'll bring you a book you can look at. I like Empire there, Randy.
Yep, I'm good with empire.
You guys agree?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Is the Empire a disc?
I like it.
I think, yeah, let's go yes.
Yes.
You guys agree?
Yes.
Pro Discus, January 9th, 2023.
Yay, who the hell is Pro Discus?
Thanks, Pro Discus. I think they're Swedish.
What's their most famous disc, Pro Discus?
They have an upshot disc, the Jokery that a decent amount of people throw.
That's the one I've probably heard the most,
and
which is very difficult to come up with a question for the Jokery.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the legendary, legenda. You know, what are you going to do with that? All right, so you guys are down by 1, but
we ain't cooked.
Yeah, Cap is still got a question in pocket. Would you guys like 4 in 1 or 5 in 3?
I do think I know the category for 3.
Okay, and I was a little surprised that Empire was. I mean, I'm not scared of going 5 in this category as opposed to going to the other one.
I don't know a ton about the category to help us, but I do think I know the category.
All right, that's good. We could take that. You agree, Pat? Drick?
Yeah.
So you're going with 5 and 3?
Yeah.
All right, question 5, category 3. Of the elements in the periodic table that don't match the element's English name, which element symbol comes first alphabetically? Of the elements in the periodic table that don't match the element's English name, which element symbol comes first alphabetically?
It's got to be gold, right?
AU? That sounds right.
Corey, you're a man of science.
I think it fits the category as well. Why are we going through the alphabet?
Well, because there's other ones, like, is Argon on there?
Argon is AG, but that matches.
Does it, though?
Yes.
You would think it'd be AR. What does he mean by match, I guess is the question.
It actually might be AR now that you say it. Either way, it matches.
Is there any way we can get a clarification on this question? Or
no, I think we're pretty happy with gold. It does fit the category.
I can repeat the question.
Okay. So if you know the category and you say it fits, right?
I'm pretty sure it fits from what I'm imagining.
More than Argon?
Way more than Argon.
Say Argon. Go with Argon.
Okay. Let's go gold.
Yeah, I like Argon.
You don't have to use a hint.
Yeah, let's do gold.
You going with gold?
Sounds good. Gold.
Yeah.
Greg and Randy, of the elements in the periodic table that don't match the element's English name, what element symbol comes first alphabetically?
Well, I got a pretty dang good idea.
So it doesn't match the category is what I'm thinking.
The cousin to the AU is the AG silver.
Yeah. Okay.
And because they don't want aluminum, they don't want argon.
No, I don't think they want potassium either.
No K.
Yeah, I like it. Silver.
Yeah, I think it's AG. I think it's silver.
I'm good with it.
You guys agree?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Is the silver a disc?
Squandered. We squandered it. You didn't let me go through the alphabet, Alex.
But silver, there should be a silver surfer.
You would not have come up with silver, Corey. I certainly would not have come up with silver.
Does silver just have a connotation of being second place?
It does. Yeah, that's like a bad disc name in that sense, if you think of it like that. But I oddly thought it kind of was a disc. I don't know why.
I'd like the sliver better than the silver. I'm not a fan, but
this is for the lead.
I'm good with no.
You guys agree?
We're going to go no there.
Mm-hmm.
You are correct.
Yeah, baby.
Damn.
And that's why every 2 or 3 years I bring this question back. Well, not this question, but a question about silverback, because it just seems so obvious that it's a disc, and it never is. But you guys take the lead.
Shit. Price of silver is down. Now's the time to buy silver.
But Cap still has a question in hand, down 1 point.
No, that was a steal.
Oh, wait. So
Yeah, so there's no question.
It's like just a tie
no,
game again, right?
so it's 8-7 with 2 rounds to go. Thank you. You guys clarified that for me. Greg and Randy, question 4 in 1 or question 6 in 3.
I don't know how we got here. All right. At least I know the category.
Let's go with your thinking there, Randy. You've got something.
I think I know the category for 3, so we could just risk it and go for question 6.
Sounds good.
All right, we're doing it.
Oh, you guys going with question 6, category 3. With fossils dating from over 95 million years ago, what flowering tree is so ancient that it evolved before bees existed, relying instead on beetles to pollinate its tough leather-like petals?
Dude, this is the easiest question.
Well, because I got 2 botanical nerds. I didn't know you guys were going to ask this question. With fossils dating from over 95 million years ago, what flowering tree is so ancient that it evolved before bees existed, relying instead on beetles to pollinate its tough leather-like petals?
I'm sorry for interrupting you, Pat. I just got so hyped.
You're 100% fine.
Greg, you know it?
The only thing I'm thinking of is jade, but I'm not sure. What are you thinking?
It's magnolia.
Magnolias. Leathery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm totally on board with it.
Big old petals, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And I like it for a disc too.
Well, before we get there, do you guys agree on the answer?
I do.
I think we do.
Is the magnolia a disc?
I kind of like it. I think it's AGL.
Sounds great to me. I mean, sugar magnolia is too much, but magnolia is perfect.
I think we're going yes.
Well, above ground level, Randy, what year?
Every time. 2019.
Greg, do you agree?
They're the guys who do all the trees, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what year. I'm sorry. No, I have no idea.
Okay. Above ground level, February 13th, 2019.
Hey.
And that makes it 10-8. Oh, how the turns have tabled.
Good job, Randy.
What's that?
Is anyone else keeping a score? I have us at 7. And
did I say 8? I have 10-7.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I might have said 8, but no, I have 7. All right. So Corey, Alex, and Pat, Cap, question 4, category 1. In the CBS sitcom The Big Bang Theory, what exclamation does Sheldon Cooper use to announce that he has successfully pulled a prank or told a sarcastic joke? In the CBS sitcom The Big Bang Theory, what exclamation does Sheldon Cooper use to announce that he has successfully pulled a prank or told a sarcastic joke?
I think we're looking for Bazinga.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could not think of it. I was going to say own.
Yeah, I never watched this one. So
Bazinga, I'm pretty confident.
Yeah, let's go Bazinga.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
Is the Bazinga a disc?
I hate it as a disc.
Yeah, I
love it.
No.
Bazinga.
I mean, it easily could be, but I don't like it.
I agree.
You going with no?
Yeah, I think that's a good call. Let's go now.
Yeah.
Let's go now.
You are correct.
Nice.
Bazinga. All right, final round. Greg and Randy are up 10-9. Question 5, category 1. In a classic 1999 episode of Friends, Ross Geller repeatedly yells what word while frantically trying to carry a couch up a narrow apartment staircase with Rachel and Chandler. In a classic 1999 episode of Friends, Ross Geller repeatedly yells what word while frantically trying to carry a couch up a narrow apartment staircase with Rachel and Chandler.
I missed that season. Help.
It was pivot.
Damn it. I thought it was rotate. I was so confident.
Yeah, we say this one at work. Pivot.
You guys agree?
I agree.
Is the pivot.
You need this.
If you get this right, you win. If you get it wrong, they can tie.
This is another one where I feel like it is, but I have no idea.
But it makes no sense.
I know.
It makes no sense. That hasn't stopped anybody, I know. Sounds too much like divot.
You haven't been wrong yet, so we can go no.
Let's pivot and say no.
You guys agree?
We're going no.
Prodigy Discs, March
Oh,
17th,
Ooh.
2025.
Let's go.
Oh.
Final question for Cap, Corey, Alex, and Pat. Played by Jimmy Walker, the character J.J. Evans frequently stole the show on the 1970s sitcom Good Times by shouting what one-word catchphrase whenever he was excited. Played by Jimmy Walker, the character J.J. Evans frequently stole the show on the 1970s sitcom Good Times by shouting what one-word catchphrase whenever he was excited.
Alex?
I got nothing.
Damn it. We are fucked.
Greg?
Stay quiet, Craig. Don't
Yeah.
help.
In the 70s, what would I shout? Wicked?
Wicked.
I think that's too new.
Nito?
Far Out?
One word, right?
That would be 70s, right?
I think I said it was one word.
Yeah, I think you said that too.
All right.
All right.
Maybe not.
That's a
different
lot of
guy.
words, but
What is this category?
I think just exclamation.
Yeah, exclamations associated with TV shows.
Yeah.
What about category 3? Did we ever determine what that was?
They're just state nicknames,
Yeah,
right?
states. Like the state
Yeah.
names, right?
It was actually Pet Jeffries made me think of it.
Shit.
Beaver State, Garden
just
State,
realized.
Bluegrass State, Empire State, Silver State, which is Nevada, and Magnolia State, Mississippi.
I got blindsided by the Golden State Warriors. I was like, oh, gold, obviously.
But that's not the Golden State, though, is it?
I don't know. I
California?
assumed it was.
Yeah, no, that is the Golden State.
Yeah, I got nothing. Nito was the best of the ones that I heard.
Oh, no.
All right, for poops and giggles, Pat, read his actual Pat. One more read back.
Actual Pat.
Who can
Played
read
by
it?
Jimmy Walker, the character J.J. Evans frequently stole the show on the 1970s sitcom Good Times by shouting what one-word catchphrase whenever he was excited.
70s sitcom, one word. Yeah, I have no idea. But he stole the show with it.
It's been memorable.
I don't know.
I'm going to be honest. You said good times. In my head, I've been picturing Happy Days.
Oh, that's
That's
Well,
a completely different show.
the 70s were all about happy days and good times. So
I'm pretty sure he wore suspenders.
I think that was Mork from Mork.
I thought that was Urkel.
That was Urkel, yeah. Did I do that?
Yeah, okay, sure. Let's go Nito.
Sure, why not?
Nito.
Going Nito?
Yeah.
Yep.
Greg and Randy, congratulations, but played by Jimmy Walker, the character J.J. Evans frequently stole the show on the 70s sitcom Good Times.
Dynamite!
Oh.
Dynamite. Is the dynamite a disc?
I love it.
Yep, I'm good with it.
You guys agree?
Yep.
I'm sorry, no.
Ah.
Ooh.
Well, now we're harumph.
Greg was right. Didn't need an extra person.
And the pivot is a disc. I tell you.
Yep.
All right. Well, Greg, before we go, I do want to ask you because there's a non-zero chance that I didn't get any of your audio in the first hour plus. So this Saturday, we got the DisCap Monthly at Porcupine Springs. What's the details?
Anytime you want to come up between 8:30 and 4 o'clock to get in rounds, please come on up. It's a flex start, so bring your pals, bring food, bring a chair, bring good vibes, hang out. It's always cooler up on the hill. Look forward to seeing you all.
There are spaces marked compact. What's a compact car? What's like the official definition of a compact car for parking?
If you can barely get up the hill, you're a compact car. Carpooling is recommended, encouraged, but yeah, good vehicle because it is a half-mile gravel driveway that goes uphill that's not in great shape, but it's certainly doable with a normal vehicle. I'll have a sign down by the road somewhere.
And you said people could camp if they want and then potentially Sunday doubles?
That is correct, absolutely. Last year we had a PDGA sanctioned doubles tournament. This year it's more looser. So there'll be generally people floating around all day Sunday. I've got, 100 acres in the woods. So people are welcome to come up anytime and camp. But yeah, Sunday will be more leisurely doubles of nature, whatever we decide to do for fun.
So one of the ideas for doubles was a round on the long layout where it's traditional dubs and then a round on the short layout where it's best score between you and your partner.
We like that format. Just depends on how much time people want to invest to staying up there. People want to do different things. There's more than enough room. So format is really to be discussed, but we like that format. It's a lot of fun. Makes the long course not as brutal as it could be.
I get you. All right. Well, thanks a lot, Greg, for coming on.
I just appreciate you doing this and getting people together to talk about various things. It's a great thing.
Any birthdays coming up that anybody knows about?
Well, I know mine's the 24th.
Oh, your birthday's coming up, the 24th?
Yeah. There's a reason we do this party. And Corey's is what?
I was going to say, what you're saying is Corey's birthday is more important than yours?
No, Greg's has historically been more important. That's the bullshit part of it.
Corey always has good food and beer at his place.
So what do you have at your place, Greg?
Different food and less beer.
More holes.
Yeah, more course.
More bowls. More holes.
More bowls and more holes. All right. I got Dan Weinstein's birthday was yesterday. He's a Long Island guy. Kristen Bruno is tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Fitz on the 25th. It's classic Stony Killer.
Fitz.
Anybody else? Corey's going to do his a weekend early, but No,
I didn't say anything. I was going to wait till next week.
No, I meant as far as like you're still doing your party this weekend, though.
Oh,
right?
yeah. It's more like 4 days in advance. But hey, 35 years, you gotta celebrate that a little early.
That's fair.
Oh, Viking Joe. Viking Joe just had a birthday.
All right. Well, thank you, Corey, Pat, Alex, Randy, Jaimen, Evan, and thanks for coming on, Greg.
Thank you.
And sweet up, Buzz. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Pat.
Thanks, Pat.